Welcome, deep divers. You ever see a title for something, maybe a book, and it just grabs you? Makes you think, okay, I have to know what that's about.
Oh, definitely. Some titles just promise something different, something deep.
Exactly. And that's what we've got today. We're diving headfirst into the books that devoured my father. I mean, just that title alone.
Right. It stops you in your tracks.
It does. It makes you wonder, what kind of books could possibly, well, devour someone? How did that even happen?
It suggests something way beyond just reading, doesn't it? Like emerging, a complete immersion where the lines blur.
That's the mystery we're getting into today. This is all about Afonso Cruz's incredible book, The Books That Devoured My Father. Originally in Portuguese, of course, translated by Said bin Abdul Wahid.
A really powerful narrative.
And our mission, looking at the source material you've got, is to explore this son's quest. It's like a literary detective story. He's going through his father's library to understand him, really understand him.
And finding out that this library, this collection, it's not just books, it's like a living testament to love, to who his father was. It's his legacy right there on the shelves.
A legacy built from literature. It's fascinating.
Yeah, the sources really highlight that enduring power, how stories don't just shape one person, but they ripple out, connecting generations. It's about finding that connection, maybe even a spiritual one, through the stuff someone loved to read.
So let's talk about the father, Fivaldo Bonfim, who was this man. On the surface, apparently pretty unremarkable.
Right. The sources paint him as working in a tax office, just dealing with papers and complications day in, day out. Seemed kind of detached from things, maybe?
Blending into the background, but that was just the surface.
Totally, just the surface.
Yeah.
Because underneath, he had this secret life. An intense, all-consuming passion for literature.
He didn't just read books, he devoured them. That's the word used.
Yeah, like his real life, his true existence happened inside those pages. His inner world was packed with stories, ideas, incredibly rich. A huge contrast to the sort of gray, bureaucratic outside.
And apparently you could almost see it on him. The source says his face was full of ideas that filled his forehead with wrinkles.
That's quite an image.
It is, isn't it? It's more than just age lines. It's like his thoughts were physically carving themselves onto his face, a map of his inner explorations.
Yeah, like a physical sign of this constant mental activity. And the book uses this really striking phrase, that Fivaldo died of an objective suffocation.
Objective suffocation? Wow, what does that even mean? Not literal, obviously.
No, it's poetic. It means he was just utterly consumed by reading. It wasn't a hobby, it was him, his very essence. Like, literature was his oxygen, so deeply tied to it that maybe without it he couldn't really be.
That's intense. Makes you think, is that kind of passion a gift or something else?
A beautiful burden, maybe.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
And he didn't see literature as simple either. He saw it as a building, right?
Yeah.
With lots of floors.
Exactly. You couldn't just glance at it. You had to go deep, explore each level. It demanded engagement. That deep love for the complexity, the beauty of books, that was central to him.
He saw them as living things.
Complex structures, yeah. Needing respect. It says a lot about how much he valued, human thought, imagination.
But his story, his love for books, it doesn't just end when he passes away. It becomes this incredible inheritance.
Right, and this is where the grandmother steps in. She becomes really key.
How so?
Well, after Fivaldo's gone, she gives the son the keys to the attic. And it's literal, yes, a key to the room, but it's also totally metaphorical.
The key to his father's world.
Exactly, his literary soul, basically. She encourages him, tells him to explore the space, explore the books, sets him off on this journey to understand his dad.
And that first encounter with the attic, the description sounds amazing. Starts off dusty, maybe a bit neglected.
Closed off.
But then it transforms for him, becomes this place filled with light. And that smell, that specific old book smell.
Oh yeah, every book lover knows that smell. It's comforting almost. Sacred, like you said.
And the books aren't just sitting there, they're neat, on shelves, almost like they're watching him, like his father's spirit is in them.
Waiting, a silent presence. It's such a powerful image of legacy through literature. An expression of love, really.
Definitely. And what a collection. It wasn't just a few paperbacks.
Oh no, it was a serious library. A treasure trove of minds, like the source says. The names mentioned. Voltaire, Poe, Proust, Tolstoy, Dostoevsky,
Hugo, Kafka, Shakespeare, Hemingway.
Orwell, Melville. The list goes on and on. It's like a map of his father's mind, the vast intellectual and emotional territory he lived in.
It shows that lifelong dedication to reading, to learning. It's his soul laid bare on the shelf.
It really is, and it's also a challenge, isn't it, for the son?
A call to action.
Yeah. An inheritance that basically says, walk this path, understand me through these pages. The grandmother wasn't just saying, read these. She was saying, engage with them, understand him through them.
It really elevates the idea of a library, doesn't it? Not just storage, but a conversation across time. A family heirloom unlike any other.
A sanctuary, yeah, where the father's thoughts are still alive, waiting.
So the son, Ilias,
Yeah.
he starts this journey.
Mm-hmm.
And it quickly becomes more than just reading, doesn't it? It's like a quest.
A desperate quest, almost. He goes book after book, trying to piece together his father, not just the facts of his life, but his mind, his whole way of seeing the world.
It's detective work, but the clues are literary.
Exactly. And it's active, not passive. He's diving deep into these worlds, and each one seems to show him something new about his dad, but also starts messing with his own sense of reality.
He's not just reading, he's participating somehow.
Totally. Like with H.G. Wells' Dr. Moreau's Island, that whole thing about animal-human hybrids.
Yeah, Moreau saying maybe humanity is just a thin layer over something primal.
Right. And you think about his father, ordinary outside, incredibly rich inside. Does that story resonate with this idea of a hidden self? Maybe even a monstrous side?
And then straight into Stevenson's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde.
Confronting that duality head on, the evil side we all might have, it becomes a lens for him, you know? To look at his father, sure, but also just people, maybe himself too.
It's heavy stuff. These aren't just stories. They're like existential tools for him.
For sure. But then Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment, that seems to become absolutely central. This is where things get really blurry.
Blurry how?
Well, he's not just reading it. The sources say he's almost living it. He's wrestling with Raskolnikov's question, can a great person ignore moral laws?
Wow.
And it's not theoretical for Ilias. He's feeling the torment, apparently. And he's looking for this mysterious guy, Mr. Brindig, who seems connected to all these literary figures.
Right.
And get this, he starts to wonder if his own father is Mr. Brindig, like a fictional character somehow made real in his father's life, or maybe his father became him.
Whoa. Okay, yeah, the lines are definitely dissolving there. He's connecting the fiction directly to his father's past.
He really is. And then you have Ray Bradbury's Fahrenheit 451, the book burning, the destruction of knowledge.
A world without books. Terrifying.
And for Ilias, reading this highlights just how vital books are. They're our memory, aren't they? Passed down physically or even memorized, like in the book.
Yeah.
It underlines his father's passion-loving books wasn't just a hobby. It was like preserving humanity.
Yeah.
A quiet act of resistance.
Against being forgotten. Against ignorance.
Yeah. It frames his father's reading habit as something profoundly important. And even when Ilias gets punished, banned from the attic, his mother mentions Illo Calvino's The Baron in the Trees, that story about the kid who lives his whole life up in the trees.
Yeah, never touching the ground.
It's more than just a random comment, isn't it? It hints at his father's, let's say, eccentric tastes, maybe?
Yeah.
But also the freedom that literature gives you. Freedom of the mind, even if you're stuck somewhere.
Like being grounded from the attic library.
Oh, exactly. And then to really stir things up, there's Zhuangzi's Butterfly Dream.
The classic. Am I a man dreaming I'm a butterfly, or a butterfly dreaming I'm a man?
Right, which perfectly mirrors Ilias' situation. He's so deep in his father's literary world that it's becoming his own reality. What's real, what's read, what's lived, it almost doesn't matter anymore.
The books aren't just stories. They're the lens he's seeing everything through. Love, memory, his father.
Yeah.
Everything.
He's literally walking in his father's mental footsteps, feeling the same challenges.
So all this leads to this idea of stories transforming us and this legacy of love. The book seems to say that stories aren't just things we consume.
No, they shape us. Fundamentally, the quote is powerful. We are shaped by stories that reside in our heads, not just genes, skin, muscles, or brain.
Wow. So literature becomes part of our actual being, an intellectual inheritance.
Exactly. Fivaldo's love for books was so complete, it was his identity. And now, through this process, it's becoming part of Ilias's identity too.
And those lines between reality and fiction just keep getting thinner for him. These characters, like Mr. Brindig, even a dog, Argos, seems to jump right out of the pages.
Yeah, it shows how deeply these stories are affecting his perception. The literary world isn't separate, it's bleeding into his reality as he tries to understand his dad.
Making it almost tangible.
And then comes the big reveal, the climax. Your sources say there's this incredible twist at the end.
Okay, what is it?
The narrator, Ilias, he reveals that he is his father. He's Fivaldo Bonfim, but now he's 72 years old. He's been reliving and retelling this whole experience.
Hey, what? He is his father.
Apparently so. It's a stunning twist.
That completely reframes everything. So the son becomes the father by immersing himself so deeply in his father's world, his father's books.
It seems like it. It shows this incredible cycle of legacy, the child embodying the parents' passions, their influences, literally becoming the keeper and teller of their inherited story. He's living out that love passed down through generations.
Wow. So the father's true identity was this deep love for books. That was his essence.
Absolutely. And the library isn't just paper and shelves, it's the gateway to understanding him, this complex, loving man. Preserving the library is preserving him.
It's an act of profound love and remembrance, keeping his very self alive through the words he cherished. The beauty of books is a bridge.
Exactly. It's a testament to that enduring connection.
So this deep dive, it really shows us literature isn't just entertainment. It's deeply personal. It connects people across time, shapes who we are. It helps us understand the people we love even after they're gone.
Yeah, it underscores how a parent's passions, even quiet ones, can have this huge, unseen ripple effect, shaping their children's identity through these shared worlds. Reading becomes like communion, keeping their spirit close.
It makes you think, doesn't it? Which leads us to our final thought for you. What hidden libraries might exist in your own families?
Good question.
What stories, what passions, what objective suffocations maybe are waiting for you to explore, to really understand the people who came before you, maybe even understand yourself a bit better?
Right. How much of who you are might just be a living echo of the stories that devoured your own parents or grandparents?
Because that love, the love for books, for stories, for shared knowledge, maybe that really is the most precious inheritance we can receive. Something that truly lasts.